Day 668 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 2108. Find first palindromic string in the array. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. Given an array of strings words, return the first palindromic string in the array. If there is no such string, return an empty string. A string is palindromic if it reads the same forward and backwards. All right, y'all, so that sounds simple enough, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples anyway, just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So, in example 1, we have our input words equals an array of strings, ABC, car, ADA, race car, and cool. The output is ADA. Explanation says the first string that is palindromic is ADA. Note, race car is also palindromic, but it is not the first. So, just to break this down one step further, we want to return the first palindromic string, right? And then it says a palindromic or a string is palindromic if it reads the same forward and backwards. So ADA reads the same forward, right? It's ADA forward, and when we go back, it's ADA still. So that's a palindrome. Same with race car. When we read race car forward, it says race car. When we read race car backwards, it spells or reads race car, right? But since ADA comes first in this array, comes before race car, that's why we return ADA, because this is not a palindrome, this is not a palindrome, this is the first palindrome, this is the second palindrome. We want to return the first palindrome, right? So in this case, it's 88, and that's why we return out 88. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, our input words equals a string, not a or equals an array of strings. First string, not a palindrome. Second string, race car. The output is race car. Explanation says the first and only string that is a palindromic is race car. So in this case, we only have two strings. One is a palindrome and one is not. Since we just want to return the first palindrome, that'd be this one, right? Because we go through this string, it's not a palindrome. Then we go through this string, it's a palindrome. And it's the first palindrome that we come across in this array, so we return it. Boom. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 3, where there are no palindromes. So in example 3, we have our input words equals an array of strings. First string DEF, second string GHI. The output this time is a blank string. It says there are no palindromic strings, so the empty string is returned. So once again, in this case, we don't have any palindromic strings, so we just return a blank string, right? Like it says right here. If there's no such string, return an empty string. Boom. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Y'all, solution is not that difficult. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to iterate through each word in the array. So we're just going to come right here and we're going to say for word in words, boom, then we're going to open up the brackets. And we are going to create a variable that's going to start at the beginning of the word. So we're going to declare a variable called P1, and we're going to set that equal to word dot start index. Boom. Then we need the variable that starts at the last character of the word. So we're going to declare a variable called P2, set that equal to word dot index, open up the parentheses, before colon word dot end index. Boom. Now, if the word has only one character, start index and end index will be equal. A single character is always a palindrome. So we could come underneath this and we could say if P1 equals P2, we're going to open up the brackets and we're going to return word. Boom. Now we're going to use an infinite loop to compare characters moving inward from both ends. So we'll come underneath this. We're going to say while, open up the parentheses, true. Then we're going to come outside of those parentheses, open up the brackets, and the characters at P1 and P2 do not match, this word is not a palindrome. So we'll say if word square bracket P1, come outside of that, does not equal, so exclamation point equals word square bracket P2, then we come outside of that, open up the brackets, and we can break. Boom. Now we're going to move P1 forward towards the center. So we'll come underneath this, and we're going to say P1 equals word dot index, open up the parentheses after colon P1. Boom. Now, if pointers meet after moving P1, we confirm the word is a palindrome. So we could come underneath this, and we could say if P1 equals P2, we could open up the brackets, and we could say return word. Else, we need to put, or we need to come right here first and say else. Boom. We're going to move P2, or we're going to move P2 backwards towards the center. So we'll say P2 equals word dot index, open up the parentheses, we're going to say before colon P2. Boom, and if the pointers meet after moving P2, then the word is also confirmed as a palindrome. So we could come underneath this, and we could say if P1 equals P2, we could open up the brackets, and we could return word. Boom. Now, if no palindrome is found after checking all words, we need to return an empty string. So we could come all the way down here, and we could just say return and empty string. Boom. That should be all she wrote, y'all. Let's give it a run. Let's see. It's accepted. So let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 11 milliseconds beats 93.65% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So, with that being said, make sure you get one more look at the code. This is the top part. This is the bottom part. And yeah, y'all, that being said, I hope y'all learned something today. And I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.